Okay, so what we're going to do is solve trig equations. Okay. This is going to take you back to the previous chapter. If you had committed all this stuff to memory, it's pretty easy stuff. Okay. We've learned all the identities that we're going to learn for trig. All right, we're testing Tuesday, I think I told you. All right, solving trig equations. So let's take something like cosine of theta equals square root of 3 minus cosine of theta. Okay. Solve for the unknown, solve for theta, find the angle. All right. So we're going to remember our algebra skills. We're going to add cosine theta to both sides. Well, add cosine theta here, add cosine theta here. I'm going to get 2 cosine theta equals square root of 3. Okay, then what? Divide by 2. Cosine theta equals, all right, cosine of what angle? It's square root of 3 over 2. 30 degrees. Very good. And not 150. 150 is in the second quadrant. Cosine's negative 330. We want our answers to be between 0 and 360. By the way, if you're checking the book for a few problems, they're going to say find all values. So they're going to do the 30 plus 360 n, okay, and then 330 plus 360k. I don't care if you do that. It doesn't matter. It's okay just for the, I just want the 30 and the 330. I want those two. Okay? Any questions on that? Pretty easy. Let's take another one. Let's take sine squared theta minus 2 sine theta minus 3 . What does that look like? Yeah, she said that. Heather. Okay, she said it looks like it's a quadratic, right? And a quadratic we can factor. You remember that u substitution that we learned? The u, remember where it was u squared minus 2? I don't think we need to do that. But let's go ahead and factor this. Sine theta and sine theta, that's going to give me sine squared. And I think they're fairly easy factors. For 3, we have 3 and 1. It's the only thing it can be. Now we have to keep the signs right. That's our GM. The positives and negatives. Okay. All right, so negative 3 and plus 1. Okay. So sine theta minus 3 has to equal 0. Or sine theta minus 1 has to equal 0. Add 3. What'd you say, Kels? Right, there's no solution on the left side for here because the sine of an angle has to be between 1 and negative 1, right? Okay? So we have a solution that doesn't work. Yes?
For the first, you put sine theta minus 3, and then you put under it sine theta minus 3. And then the next one you put sine theta plus 1, and then you put minus 1.
How's that? Yeah. All right. So sine theta then would equal negative 1, subtracting Sine of what angle is negative 1? 27. 207. There's only one there. So for this problem, there's only one solution, 207. Yeah.
So you can't do negative 90.
You're going to see that the directions are going to tell you we want all answers
Oh,
where theta is between 0 and 360. All right. It wouldn't be a wrong answer, but we'll follow the boundaries like I said there. Okay. Let's try another one. What if it doesn't factor? Quadratic formula, right? All right. So let's do. Two tangent squared theta equals secant squared theta minus 1. Hold on. Do I want to do that? I don't know if I want to do that. Hold on. I want to get something that's going to be. Forget the minus 1. Wait. What do you see there? What are we going to do? What do you see? What about secant? Not minus 1, but plus 1. We have a Pythagorean identity here for secant squared. Secant squared is equal to tangent squared plus 1. Okay. Subtract tangent squared from each side. I have 1 tangent squared here equals 1. I could set this equal to 0 and factor. Or what else do you see? Go ahead, Michelle.
I don't know, could you find the square root?
Yeah,
Both sides?
yeah, you can find the square root of both sides. Look, let's do it both ways. Let's take tangent squared theta, and let's subtract 1. Now I have the difference of two squares. And so I have tangent theta minus 1 times tan theta plus 1 equals 0. So tangent theta could equal 1, or tan theta could equal negative 1. And then we go from there. Let's take this problem and let's square root both sides. Well, if I take the square root of tangent squared, I'm going to get tangent. And take the square root of the right side, and what do I get? What? Plus or minus 1. Remember, taking the square root of both sides of an equation. Okay. So look, I've got tangent theta equals 1 or negative 1 here. I've got the same answer here. So either way is okay. So tangent of what angle is 1? 45. What else? Two. 225. Okay. First and third quadrant, right? Okay. Right. What about for -1? Tangent of what angle is -1? 135. One more. 315. It's real simple with tangent, because I can take 45 degrees and add 180 to get 225. And then if you get to 135 in the second quadrant, where tangent's negative, you can add 180 to that and get the 315. So, sometimes we did these problems, we had one solution. Sometimes we had two, sometimes you're going to have three, sometimes in this case you're going to have 4 solutions. Okay. Are there any questions on that? All right, so your homework, I want to do some double angles and half angles before I let you guys get started, but this is on page 926. Once you problems 8 through 48. The evens.